Thank you. So, before we get started, I'd like to acknowledge that we have a visitor here today. Her name is Cindy Howard. She is a neighbor of both Sue Carter and Patrick, and she's thinking of joining our Rotary Club. So I haven't screwed this up so bad that she goes on for the adults after this meeting. But is Christy, do you mind, or Cindy, do you mind coming up for a second to introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. My name is Cindy Hama. I've been a resident of Hudson for about 20 years. And I'm excited to meet all of you. So thank you for including me in your meeting today. I'm excited to learn more about Rotary and get involved. I recently retired in April from a 30-year career in tech sales. So I was with a couple of big tech companies over my career, and I traveled internationally, and I'm also raising my son, St. Dominic, and he's 20 years old. He's at Ohio State. And once I retired, I thought I'd really like to get involved in Hudson. I love Hudson. I never had time. Was always doing my own thing. And I've been looking for things that really interest me around Hudson so that I could get involved, get creative, get to know new people and new friends. So I also joined Destination Hudson, so I'm a member of Destination Hudson, where we're working on the ferry door project. So we're walking around Hudson, we've got over 40 ferry doors, so we're putting them all around Hudson, which is kind of fun, just promoting our local merchants, getting more people to storefronts outside of Hudson, inside of Hudson. And also I am working at the food pantry. So those are some of the things I'm involved in, and that's a little bit about me. So nice to meet everybody.
Thank you, Cindy. We're excited to have you here again in our Rotary Club. So sure we can find lots of wonderful things for you to do to keep very busy and helping our community. Next up, I wanted to pass this around, and this kind of goes to our meeting that we had last week regarding the various committees that we're doing. So I'm going to pass this around. I think some people have signed up, but we just want to make sure that we're getting everybody's names put together for the different committees that we are forming as we move forward this year. There is also a description of each of the committees attached to this right behind the sign-up sheet. If you want to get a little more information regarding the committees, I do believe Marilyn sent that out in our weekly newsletter to get some information as to what we're looking to do. We will be having a meeting here in the auditorium next week. It will be kind of a service meeting from the standpoint, like kind of reviewing this and moving forward, kind of discuss a little bit more in detail as to what we're looking to do and get things kind of organized and situated. So I'm going to pass this around. Gary, if you don't mind getting it started. Thank you. Yes. Oh.
Where you going?
Doing good.
So you're gonna have a presentation.
Yeah, like, cause the presentation, if we did it on, cause it wouldn't share. So we would do it on Canva. If you put it in Canva with a PowerPoint, I think it will miss it. So I'm just gonna have to do it on Canva. So
Okay.
this should work out fine.
Our presentation will be on 7 Friday, July 25th, at Redmond Funeral Home on Darrow Road. So there will be a full picture that will appear Sunday's edition of the newspaper. So thank you very much for passing that out. Next, I would like to ask Ron to come to the podium to introduce Ken Vogel from Leadership Life and our presentation of our annual award to the fine organization. Thank you, Keith. over here, so checking now. I know we did it. Right. Oh. Yeah. Okay, we had with us today, Ken Cole, he's the, with the Red Valley Rotary Clocktower. And he's the chairman of the Gift Fund Programs Pilot. Yeah, with, Gift Fund. And Maryland's here because she's makes all the money, Gift Fund. So, I'll let, Ken tell us more about our event.
Good morning. Actually, most of you are familiar with Gift of Life. We do the children acquired surgery around the developing world. We occasionally are bringing children in. Most of the time, we're sending out a surgical team each training equipment. Give you an update of what we've got going right now. You know, children flying up from Haiti, hoping to have them in the summer. Through where our country does restrictions on travel, Haiti is rather difficult than getting the visas to the embassy or do. And right now, the governor that's actually pressed our governor and trying to see the help visas for those two children. After Chiltana, primary surgical team, bring them in. Right now, they're also sort of blocking because of going on with the immigration issues. One way or the other to get these two kids covered this summer. We also are doing our 5th or 6th round with the Gift of Life Cairo in Egypt, with a large grant from Rotary International that will cover up to 40 children, indigent children in our community, with their own surgical team that we've been sponsoring for 15 to 20 years. And the third thing we've got going is we're trying to develop a new relationship in Ghana, West Africa. We have some local connections in the community. We have a surgeon in Boston who's Ghanaian by birth. So he's trying to see if he can get set up to do regular in-country teaching training. And we sent a echo machine to the hospital he's working with last year. And this year we hope to get a surgical team in September. So the dollars you're donating, that you've been doing for I believe over 20 years, are getting very well used, and we appreciate your support. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Marilyn. And by the way, can we all get a round of applause for Marilyn for taking the time to do first of all, for each of us at the game, she's really a lot of this happening. That's why we're able to give money to get the live. But I also wanted to thank you for taking the time to set the passion our banner. So thank you for doing that, Marilyn. I do appreciate that. All righty. I think we will move into our presentation now. So I'd like to ask Terry Fortnick to come up and introduce today's presenter.
So good morning, Rotarians. Today, we're going to be being introduced to, if you don't already know, the Hudson Farmers Market. Joe Stasic from the Hudson, City of Hudson, is here to talk to us a bit about it. Oh no, I lost it. Hold on 1 minute and I'll tell you all about it. Thank you. Okay. Joe Stasic is the Community Relations Manager of the City of Hudson. She's been with them for 10 years now as a professional experience in government, communication, and planning, and grant management. Okay. She is a graduate of Ohio University with a Master's of Public Administrative from in 2021. Public Administration in 2021. It's very small. And from Kent State University, a Bachelor of Arts in Applied Communication in 2019. She resides in Talmadge, Ohio, with her husband Ben, and 2 sons, Donald and Paxton. She is. Turn the color. Let you read the rest of this. That. We have a problem with giving it to my email for some reason, so. This is Jenna.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jenna Stafford. As Terry mentioned, I work for the city of Hudson. I am the community relations manager. A lot of people refer to me as Hudson's cheerleader. I support our economic development and community development team, and I have the fun job of the group. I get to go out in the community and do presentations like this and tell you all about the wonderful things we have to offer here in the city. So this morning we're going to talk about the Hudson Farmers Market, and I absolutely love this farmers market in Northeast Ohio. This is one of the best farmers markets, and I'm not just saying that. We really do have a very high quality vendor mix here, and I'm going to take you guys through all the vendors we have, and maybe you'll find something you didn't know that we're offering. Next one. So the Hudson Farmers Market is every Saturday, 9 to 12:30 on our Clocktower and Gazebo Greens. If you haven't been down there this year, they have primarily moved to Clocktower Green. We run season the first Saturday in June through the second Saturday in October, so that's 18 weeks, so very highly organized. The farmers market is a 501c3. We have a governing board that vets all of their vendors, and it is, like I said, a very high quality mix of businesses as well as a couple of things that we do differently. We have themed weekends, we have community days, we have mini makers, which are young children who can come out and present their handmade crafts and baked goods. It's a really cute day. So if we have another one on the calendar this year, I'll be sure to let you know, but it is probably one of my favorite weekends. Next slide. Just a little bit of history. The farmers market began in 2007 as a Leadership Hudson initiative. It has grown from 25 vendors to over 50. We have rotating vendors now. We have food trucks. We have live music. This has been a wonderful, wonderful initiative, and it was actually initially supported by the other Rotary Club as well. Next slide. So I'm going to take you through some of the categories of products that we have, and I'll talk a little bit about our vendors, and I'll actually talk a little bit more about the selection process and how we choose, should there be, how the farmers market board chooses their vendors. You can go to the next slide, please. So our big primary category is produce, farm produce and plants. These are our small farms, and this is what I would refer to as the core of the farmers market. All fruit produce, their floral arrangement, and the farms in the area. One thing that is extremely interesting to note, we actually do farm visits prior to approving anyone as a vendor here at the farmers market, which is very interesting to me. I know a couple other people who run farmers markets, and I'm not sure if that's a standard protocol. So very interesting to me that we go out, we conduct a farm visit, we ensure that they have all the produce they say they're going to have, they have enough to sell. Just to show you the integrity of the farmers market, we recently received a complaint, and I won't say the names, but they actually went out and investigated. They found that 90% of the products were coming from this vendor, but there were a couple discrepancies in what they were selling for one of their products. So they were suspended for a week, and they are possibly not coming back. But that just goes to show we highly value these small businesses, and the products you're getting are quality homegrown. So here's a list of anything interesting on here. We have our Robinson Lawn and Garden Center, Redwood Farm, Moon Farm, Baxter Family Farm. These are all wonderful, reputable local farm. The Hudson Farmers Market vendors span about 100-mile radius from here. So if that shows you how much they are putting work into finding the best of the best. Next slide. Next category, meat, eggs, and dairy. This is all pretty standard to have a farmer's market. Here are a few of our vendors that also offer these items as well. You can see we have a huge variety of meat, eggs, and dairy. Next slide. My favorite category, baked goods and bread. Next slide. As you can see, we have a good variety of baked goods and bread. Greyhound is amazing, made from scratch. Grandma like walk around farmers market. Like I know I showed it actually is one of my favorite things. So very big focus on my end. We have good breakfast burritos at the farmers market this year as well, which you know how popular they are. So I highly recommend at least going out, getting a burrito and checking this out if you have. Next slide. Sweets and specialty desserts. Next slide. As you can see, we have a lot of Northeast Ohio vendors on this list. Daisy Pops is out of Ken, Ohio. They are quite active in our special event world here in Hudson. You'll see them everywhere. Neopop, like I mentioned, Greyhound Line, wonderful fatty cookies, even better. Yeah, take some pictures. Make sure you. Next slide. Prepared and prepackaged foods. Next slide. If you scroll down this list, you'll see the pierogi lady. Everyone's in line at 9 a.m. getting pierogi. There's nothing wrong with that. I've done that as well. Next slide. Beverages and coffees. We offer, next slide, teas, coffees, fresh juices. Next slide. This is an interesting category, and I'll tell you that there's a new vendor on this list, Honey Mushrooms and Natural Products. Next slide. You'll see Epiphany Mushroom Company. They actually are a new vendor this year. As I mentioned earlier, we conduct the farm visits, and they were one of the new vendors they had, but it was quite the extensive product and ensuring that they keep everything regulated and at the right temperatures. Next slide. And I believe this is the last category, but some skincare and body. Next slide. And we also have a bakery that produces dog treats, which is cute. Next slide. So this is just a fun little slide about what makes us unique. And I love especially too that we have the big fire museum open during our farmers market. We have our visitors that are open during our farmers market, which we are growing and trying to find new initiatives to spark interest and bring people in there too. We just recently added a yoga club class to the farmers market. So one of our downtown businesses, she is putting on a yoga class every couple of weeks, but I can send you a schedule if you are a yoga enthusiast. Next slide. That is all I have for today. I can give you guys a little bit of a background of what we do in general for special events in the city. So we are very fortunate to have an extremely robust nonprofit community here, and they are the backbone that keep my job going. They host all of our special events downtown. We have 112 events currently on our calendar, and it is because of groups like this that we can do what we do. And I absolutely love working with everyone in the public, and the last few years I've been here have been some of the most enjoyable of my career. I thank you guys for having me this morning and let me know if you have any questions.
Do you have any questions for Janet?
Yeah, one quick question.
Morning.
I enjoyed the, I'm not sure which company it was, that used to sell all of the rockers. What happened to them?
They were one of the vendors that rotated off, and I don't know if that's because they had a closer farmers market to participate in, but some of, like I mentioned, this is a 100-mile radius of vendors. I believe they were one of the vendors that were just a little bit further away. But I think actually I'll reach out to the executive director there and ask them for more specific answers. So, thank you.
Good question. The comment is, I'm tired of the place. Okay, that's weird. More products that I saw at the farmers market. And you get to the stores and watch that.
Wow.
There's jams, there's a couple coffees. But it's a really great place to see. You know, the question is sort of about you look for companies or.
I do not personally go out and look for companies, but they do have a farmers market coordinator. His name is Jerry Hudson. Very good.
Yeah.
He's one of the individuals that conduct all visits to the vendor requests, and they ultimately, he makes the recommendation to their board. My dad also speaks for behind as well. We're here to have the name about that.
Oh, yeah. Want you all to know that riding force city for our log cabin restoration project. A lot of them are getting very involved in that case. And you can. Question, I noticed the destination Hudson had a small move last week. Yeah, possibly the Rotary.
Yeah, absolutely. So they do 2 community weekends a year, and that opens up the farmers market to any nonprofit or community. If you guys are interested in a booth, I can definitely connect you with Jay and we can organize that. I believe their next one is in August. All right, thank you.
Good morning, Dr. Getz. This is more of a general community question. Last weekend, my grandkids and I were all ready to go watch Star Wars, The Green, and it got canceled, even though it turned out it didn't rain. I've never seen anything that any of the, because that's the second one that's been canceled this summer. Are they going to reschedule any of them?
Yes, I'm so glad you asked about that. Very unfortunate that we already had to cancel 2 screen on the greens, but when you have a screen rental and or organizing a road closure, they try to make the calls early in the day to prevent everyone from coming out. But I did recently talk to Gene Finch, who is the primary organizer of Screen on the Green, and he is actually working with one of our local business owners to do a Halloween themed Screen on the Green. So they're working on getting the license for that right now. So that would be the Saturday in October. And then the other, I believe the Star Wars is rescheduled for August 31st, which is the Sunday before Labor Day. So they will come back. Anyone else? Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Making some pretty good time here today. A little warm in here too, so I kind of appreciated that. The special announcements from the club. Anybody want to make a special announcement? Right?
To wrap up our of culinary and gardening, don't forget next week, we'll be having a meeting also, but, bring any special recipe that you have, maybe a great family recipe, to share, any gardening tips, something related to culinary or gardening that you would like to share with the club, okay? I mean, focus on recipes probably, but if you're a gardener and you have some great gardening tips, we'd love to hear that also. Okay, thank
And thank you. And don't forget, we're still collecting for the Boys and Girls Club. So, we have one more week, cause that's just this month, right? Collecting, so again, if you can bring in any cereal or snacks or treats of these children, that would be greatly appreciated. Mr. Warfield, you have an announcement.
Yes, Jim Young. Good news is I spoke to him yesterday, he's doing well. Like maximum kind of. So it's nice to talk. And remarkably, my wife has worked at the base camp for 5 years now, like K-pop and Amy, I think, her name. Yeah, what a great company. Just, this is a little case on us too. Anybody else? Regarding.
Listeners going around just asking for community participation. There are 3 spots. Some of us have added additional spots. Are you being exclusive or do we want to? So just add a number when it's.
More than error. Alrighty, are there any other, questions, any other, things that are going on that we need to address or, meeting? Alright, Gail.
Bring this in, get everyone's addresses, emails, phone numbers, read up. So.
Alright. So now we have the fun of a road buck raffle, which has a whopping $12 payout for today and a jackpot of $333. So, John, to our speaker for the day.
All right. 1, 3, 3, 7, 9, 4.
All right, who's the lucky winner? All righty, James, come on down. Stable people. Yeah. It close. Well, so close. Raffle continues, here's $12. Think about that. But again, I want to thank our speakers and guests today. So, John, thank you for being here. Ken, thank you for being here as well. Cindy, thank you for joining us. We're looking forward to seeing more of you here at our Rotary Club. And with that, I will adjourn our meeting with our inspirational quote for the day, which comes from New Age Guru Deepak Chopra. And it's, you must find the place inside yourself where nothing is impossible. So with that, I will end our meeting for the day. And